Hello guys, so today we're going to talk about a bug that you might be introducing into your code without knowing. So take this page for example. This page just shows a list of books, but the list is pretty long, almost 100 items in total. And each list has a link with a view and a buy button. So when you click the view button, it shows the view book page, and when you click the buy button, it shows the buy button page. So what you're going to concentrate on is these button links here. So if we go to the book component, the button links are using the link component to add the links to the respective pages. And this app here is running on a localhost server, on a dev server. So let's open the console of this app, and I want you to notice something. So let's filter only fetch requests and refresh the page. You can see that there is no fetch requests. So as you scroll down, there's no fetch requests being sent. So let's close our dev server and then build this app. So npm run build. So this will build a production bundle of our app. So once the build is done, we can now start our production app with the npm start command. So this is now the production server. So let's go ahead and refresh our page and see what will happen. So if you look at the dev tools, you can see that a bunch of requests have been sent. Almost 10 requests have been sent. So why is this the case? Well, it's because of the way the link component works. So in production, the link component prefetches the pages so that when you visit the page, it becomes almost instant when loading. So if you load the Lord of the Rings page, for example, it will load almost instantly, and also the buy page loads as instantly. But remember that we have over 100 books that we're displaying in this table. So that means there's going to be multiple prefetch requests being sent for this table. And if you scroll down, you can see on the request bar there, the requests are increasing constantly as you go down the table. So if you go down up to the bottom of the table, that is at 100 items, there is over 200 requests being sent for data for this table. That's because each table you can see has 2 button links. So 100 multiplied by 2, you're sending over 200 requests. If you had 200 rows displaying at once, then you could have over 400 requests being sent every time a user scrolls to the page. And this has negative effects on the performance of the page. So with these fetch requests running as you are scrolling the page, you'll feel that the page is becoming a little sluggy because now the browser is doing more work as you scroll through the page. And this bug is not easy to identify because as you can see, it only runs on production. And all this is caused by including a simple link tag in your component. So that's why you should be very careful about using the link component. So how can we fix this? Well, the fix is pretty straightforward. So you need to add an extra prop to your link component. So if you set the prefetch value to false, these links won't be prefetched by Next.js in production environments. So let's save this and then rebuild the app again and then test if this prefetch works. So after the page has completed building, let's start the production server again, and then we can refresh our browser to see this in effect. So if you refresh the browser, you can now see that there's no requests being sent for these links. So the links are not being prefetched anymore. And now the scrolling feels snappy as you're scrolling down the page. So although that fix is simple, it may not be that obvious to everyone. So always be careful about using, especially in areas where you're displaying a lot of data at once. So either disable the prefetching of the links, or you can even use simple link tags for this. So you could remove the link component and just use simple a tags, and then you can remove the prefetch arguments because we don't need them anymore. So that's it for today's tip. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.